Welcome to Pointless Rewind, where I'm going to sarcastically guide you through my various attempts at specific Hitman missions, from my first inept attempt till I get Silent Assassin. Today I'm looking at one of the featured contracts that's a part of the Halloween set. We're talking Hitman in the Iron Mask. This contract takes place on the Isle of Scale, however the hell you pronounce that. You got a couple of targets you got to kill wearing the suit of armor with the broadsword. You got to kill the constant however you want. Nobody's can be found, and you can't be spotted doing anything illegal. So, starting this contract, I had no actual idea where the suit of armor was located. So, I just decided to start in the Arc building, disguised as a custodian, because I thought, hey, this might be somewhere close to where it's located. So, 47 wanders out of the Arc building into the courtyard, and then heads inside just as one of the Washington twins walks by. Obviously, a warehouse worker is not going to be allowed up into the upper floors. So I head into the bathroom and throw this coin. And this dude walks in. So 47 steals his Raider outfit. Now, one issue I have with this map is that the disguises are kind of hard to tell which ones are the most accessible and which ones get you through the most levels of security. So I had no idea how good this disguise was, despite the fact that I've probably played this map like 10 times. But to my surprise, this disguise allowed me up to the expo. Now, checking Instinct, I noticed that the two non-constant targets are way up on the top of the map. Now, before playing this contract, I've never actually been up to this spot, but I figured the best way to do it is to scale the walls. And I don't know, 47 doesn't feel like a turtleneck is the best outfit for the job. Looks like a rain poncho is probably better, because it might be raining out here, so it's time to take out one of these guys. Since this is my first run of this contract, I'm expecting to make a bunch of mistakes. Silent Assassin isn't very important, so killing this guy seems like a necessary thing. Not quite sure why that guy sounded like he was made out of a bunch of beer bottles, but whatever. So I start scaling the walls. Eventually I get to the exterior of the penthouse, and there's this sentry going back and forth. 47's already killed one non-target, so what's another non-target's life matter here? So 47 waits for this guy to walk up and then pulls him to his grisly demise. So now I walk into this, it looks like a greenhouse or something, and wow, when I get inside, there's the suit of armor. But shit, there's two elite guards right there. My brain is all about, I need to get that disguise, and I need to do it as secretively as possible. I've killed two people that shouldn't have been killed. Let me kill another one. So I draw the attention of this enforcer back out to the balcony, and I pull him to his death. And then, to my shock, this music plays. At first, I was like, did I fuck up? Like, did someone spot me? Did someone see the body? And then I realized, nope, I just killed one of my targets. I was like, crap, I was supposed to kill him with the knight's armor. I'd gotten so excited when I had found that armor finally that I didn't even notice these guys were my targets. So things are falling apart all around me. Nothing is working right. It's time to end this. So I distract the other guard and dress up in the knight's armor. But where is the broadsword? I notice it hanging on the wall, and since I'm losing my patience at this point, I'm like, I think I can grab it and get back here in time before that guy turns around. So I rush over, grab the broadsword, try to get back into position, and he spots me. And he starts shooting at me. And then we get this great visual bit where 47 unloads on him with a silenced SMG while wearing a medieval suit of armor. All this commotion drew the attention of this other guard down here, so I didn't want that broadsword not to get used, so I went and slammed it into his head. I grabbed the elite guard outfit again and climbed all the way back down to that expo. Thankfully, the constant had heard how 47 was having such a tough time this mission, so he's helpfully just waiting here, and then he moves right into a unoccupied room, and 47 shoots him twice in the back. With his mission haphazardly completed, 47 marches his way back down out to the courtyard and escapes via helicopter. Overall, that run took me 60 minutes and 13 seconds. This wasn't 47's best performance. Definitely not Silent Assassin, seeing as he killed a bunch of non-targets, got caught doing shady things, and didn't actually complete all of his objectives. So now it's time for run number 2, and things can only get better, right? Haha, you have obviously never watched me play Hitman. So this run started the same way as the previous run. Left the Arc building, went into the bathroom to try to draw this raider back into the bathroom. Unfortunately, it turns out that I only drew the attention of this apparent ghost as she creepily levitates. This guy in the blue disguise says something about, hey, I need to go find that sound. Probably because he wants to get away from that goddamn ghost. But I ain't afraid no ghosts. I am prejudiced though, because I assume anyone wearing a blue disguise is automatically an elite guard. So I'm a bit confused when these guys are like, hey, you can't pass by here. So I was like, hey, did you not see me on the last run? I belong up here. So I walk right through and I'm caught trespassing. Remember how I said I don't really like the disguises in this level because they're confusing? Yeah, I mixed up this lower level security guard disguise with the elite guard disguise. So Silent Assassin is already gone. So I'm like, crap, I need to get that raider disguise, but for some reason he didn't come into the bathroom when I threw that coin like I did the last time. So I head back into this bathroom. Throw a coin, and the stupid ghost lady walks in. 47 does some ghost busting, and then is like, now what? Well, 47 gets all up in this raider's face, just tries to intimidate him, fails, and walks back to the bathroom with his tail between his legs. So at this point, I'm like, all right, let's try to draw him with some coins again. Throw a coin, and of course, I draw the wrong guy. Meanwhile, the Constant is just walking by and is like, dude, what are you doing? Because so many eyes are on him now, 47 is starting to get really, really nervous and starting to act erratically. So he goes and takes out this other guard. My hope here is that I can game the system to draw that raider into the bathroom and get his stupid outfit. But of course that's not going to happen. Because renowned explorer Blake Nathaniel walks in. And that nosy prick spots a dropped weapon. And he's a fucking snitch. So he goes and tells this raider. The raider doesn't seem to give a shit. But he does give a shit when Blake Nathaniel finds the body of that guard I had just taken out. Things are spiraling out of control. Nathaniel snitches on 47 again, pissing him off enough to put a bullet in this down guard's head. With him dead, there's no way the raider is going to be able to wake him up, so when the raider marches over to his body, 47 just pops 2 quick shots into his back and steals the disguise. But of course, this being a comedy of errors, another guard hears the shots and comes to investigate. Luckily, there's more than one staircase, so 47 managed to escape this prickly situation and start his way upstairs, hoping that no one remembers how this all went down. Since this has already taken so much time, 47 erratically decides, maybe I don't need that elite guard outfit at all. Maybe I can do this in the raider disguise. Of course, this proves to be a poor decision because 47 is almost immediately spotted trespassing by a security camera. Sighing in disbelief, he shoots out the security camera and continues on his trek upwards. Since this is an utter disaster of a run, 47 is obviously spotted hanging from this perch by this guard. After a couple of minutes of searching, though, these guards decide to give up because they apparently are content believing it was just some random dude doing pull-ups on the castle exterior. So 47 kills this idiot and steals his disguise. So now my plan is to throw this remote distraction and have one of the guards take it downstairs, so leaving me alone with one of the other guards. And that's like the first part of this entire plan that worked. It's so glorious. So 47 rushes in, drops his weapons behind this, whatever this trap is called. Then he waits for the guard to turn away so he can grab the suit of armor. And then I hear this. You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me indeed, because my plan was to get one guard to go away, leaving me alone with the other, not to have them both go all the way to storage. And it is a long, long, long journey. 47 decides to get some fresh air, so when the guards return, he draws one of the guards out to the balcony and stabs him through the face. He then does the same to this other guard, hides the body, and heads back downstairs using the stairs this time. Thankfully, the rest of this run goes about the same as the last one. The Constant is in the same spot. 47 takes him out and escapes on the helicopter. This run took 22 minutes and 9 seconds. Unfortunately, once 47 saw that ghost, he lost his shit. Panicked, sloppy, and careless. These are all 47's trademarks during this latest run. And now we're on to attempt number 3, and there's probably nowhere to go but up at this point, right? Everything about the start of the run is the same as the previous two, but one thing I figured out last time is that drawing that raider requires Zoe Washington. So 47 waits in the bathroom for Zoe to show up, then he tosses the coin. So 47 gets the raider disguise right away, makes his way up to this area with the 2 elite guards, and takes out the one on the side. This time 47 just puts his body into this room so he doesn't have to kill him, and then he clambers on up the castle. Things are going so smoothly. Could it be that I'll be done with 3 runs? Yeah, right. 47 knocks out the idiot guard and just tucks his body away off to the side so as to not be seen, and then tosses this remote audio distraction to get one of the guards to go take it downstairs. 47 is an expert at getting into the suit of armor now, so that goes a lot smoother, as does the kill of this first guy. I still got Silent Assassin going here. Things are working out perfectly. 47 waits patiently for the other target to arrive. That guy heads to the couch and turns his back. So 47 begins his move. And then that fucking guard turns right back around. The guy starts unloading on 47 in the suit of armor with his silenced SMG. 47 rushes up to the guy and slams that broadsword onto his head. Not into his head, onto his head. Since there was such a large ruckus going on, I assumed this other guard heard everything, so 47 hid in this crate, and nothing happened. Apparently, this guard heard nothing, because that other guard used a silenced SMG on a suit of armor. Okay, so 47 cleans up, puts the knight's armor in a laundry bag, and it's just a little matter of taking out the security camera before marching downstairs. And that's enough to draw the suspicion of this guard. So let me get this straight. He didn't hear any of this noise. But this sound is a reason to investigate.
We might have a situation. Sweeping area, over.
But I don't know, maybe this guy's just a different kind of guard than I would be. So I failed the do not get spotted part of this contract. So I know I got at least one more run in me. But I'm like, hey, this one's going fast. Maybe I can get my fastest time. So I head down, the constant is in the same spot. I'm like, great, this is awesome. I'll just wait for him to move. And then he just stands there. He doesn't do anything. I keep waiting for something to trigger him. But it turns out that it's 47's animal magnetism that triggers him, because as soon as you step into his orbit, he moves. So 47 takes him out again and leaves on the helicopter. This run took 17 minutes and 7 seconds. Couldn't beat the time on my first run because I didn't know that the constant doesn't get triggered unless 47's next to him. And failed one of the objectives because this guard likes to fake out inanimate suits of armor. But now that he knows this about this guard, run 4 should be no problem whatsoever. So same old, same old. But look, it looks like the gods are smiling down on me because I accidentally threw this coin a little bit too far so Zoe didn't hear it. And her elite guard ended up coming into the bathroom, so I got that disguise right away. So I managed to save a bunch of time, and by the time I'm hanging on that ledge, I'm way ahead of schedule. And I also have this bright idea of having the sentry find the remote audio distraction so he'll go all the way downstairs, with the goal of taking out the other 2 much quicker than waiting for them to come all the way back upstairs. So 47 draws one of them out with a coin, knocks him out, goes back inside, gets dressed, does his thing to the other guard, comes back out, and throws that broadsword right into that incapacitated body. Man, I was so happy at this point because I was like, this is going so much faster than I expected. But of course, nothing is ever that easy when I'm playing Hitman. Because it turns out the constant is not very constant at all, because he's not waiting where I wanted him to be waiting. No, he's downstairs schmoozing for like 4 minutes. So 47 has to wait and wait and wait until the constant finally gets upstairs and 47 can do his normal thing. But who cares? We're still way ahead of schedule, so when 47 leaves via helicopter, I feel like I'm done. And then I see the mission completion screen and realize that the broadsword kill is supposed to be a melee kill. So when I threw that broadsword into that guy's incapacitated head, that failed that objective. So this run took 13 minutes and 53 seconds, and everything was going swimmingly, but the constant lollygagging kind of foreshadowed the fact that 47 doesn't read his mission briefings very carefully. So I was getting too fancy with this one. I'm going back to basics for this 5th run. 47 goes to that bathroom, grabs the disguise from the raider, climbs the castle, knocks this guy out rather than distracting him with a remote audio distraction, uses the remote audio distraction on one of the guards in the penthouse to get him to go all the way downstairs, dons the armor disguise, and kills the first target before hiding his body. 47 then waits patiently for the second target to come back from dropping off that remote audio distraction, gets really furious inside when he sees that guard try to pull that same stunt where he looks at the couch for a second and then turns around to try to spot anyone wearing that disguise. But no, 47's not some stupid sap. He's not going to fall for that again. So he waits patiently, waits for this guy to turn his back, and kills him. And then it's just a matter of killing the constant the same way he's done so many times before, and exiting using the helicopter, and he's done! The final tally is 14 minutes and 35 seconds, which is just like a minute shorter than the last one, so didn't lose that much time. Overall, this was a well-executed hit, a very fun contract, and a pretty solid run. It's all just slightly soured, though, by the fact that 47 has to live with those egregious mistakes he made in the previous 4 runs. So that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun making this video, but they do take a lot of time, so I would love your likes and subscriptions, and then you can check out my future videos.